everybody. How are we? I feel like it's been so long since I've gone live, but it has not really been that long. We missed 1 week because of the retreat, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and get going here. Just waiting to give people time to get on. I know they were super interested in this topic, and I'm getting everything pulled up as far as the PDF. But if you are on, say hello so I know that you can see this. Just want to make sure I follow the PDF and the icons and all of that. So if you're on, say hello. If not, I might not be able to see this, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. But otherwise, we are going to go ahead and get going. It says I have 2 comments. Hold on, I got to open it up somewhere else. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Hey, everyone. Let's get. Oh, okay. Good morning. Okay. So we had a wonderful retreat. It was just a really good experience overall, and genuinely just fun, good times. We talked about wholesaling, we talked about rentals, Airbnbs, everything. So we fix and flip, creative financing. I mean, you name it, it was talked about at one point or another. And so it was just a really good experience to just kind of like hang out with the ladies and get to spend the weekend there. So I wanted to talk a little bit about wholesaling and into the chat which ones of you are interested, which of you ladies are interested in wholesaling, but not just wholesaling. Let's talk a little bit about the virtual aspect to wholesaling, right? So for those of you that don't know, I've been virtually wholesaling for 8 years. It was 8 years this month, actually, that I closed my first deal. And I've wholesaled all over the country. I've done deals in Florida, so like South Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, Orlando, St. Pete, and Tampa, St. Louis, Chicago, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. Now, the beauty of this is that every single deal that I've done, I have never met with the seller, have never toured a property. I've done this completely virtual. And so I teach a lot on that. I mentor a lot on that with the students and how to build their business virtual. And it's kind of cool because it just this week alone, a bunch of students have closed deals and have shared about it. I think I just saw the third one. And so it's just really exciting to watch these ladies grow. And so a lot of these, some of these were not virtual, some were, and it's just a very cool experience. So we're going to talk about the 10 steps here. So if you grabbed your PDF from Tuesday, then you want to go ahead and pull that out. It is a workbook where we actually fill it out here on the live. If you did not get it, then just go find the post from Tuesday and get that workbook done because it kind of gives you a little bit of tips and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up the workbook. It is blank, I'm aware. We do that on purpose, okay? So we do that so that we can learn together and you guys are able to ask questions while I do this. If you think of anything in the meantime that you want to ask questions about, I do have it open. But right now, let's start with number one. So, number one, when it comes to wholesaling, these are the 10 steps to wholesaling, is to find the location first. This is before business entity, this is before sellers or anything. Why? And I explained this at the retreat why this is so important, but to give you a synopsis, the reason this is so important is because you want to go in there, you want to run your numbers, and you want to make sure that this is a good spot for wholesaling. So, like, we teach our students and we share on our screen how to do that, right? How to find it out, how to find how many cash buyers are in the area, and things like that. So, you want to run your numbers, make sure that it's a good area, that people are paying for cash, that it's under the FHA limit, things like that, okay? Once you have figured out your location, then you open up your business entity, which is number two. Business entity is dependent on where you are investing. Now, legally, I have to make this disclaimer, I cannot give tax advice. If you are wanting to figure out information on business entities and all of that, then you have to talk to a CPA. But for me personally, I have LLCs in the 2 states that I do most business in, Florida and Missouri, okay? And so, but if you think about it, my first deal was in St. Louis. So if my first deal's in St. Louis, then that's where I had chosen my location to start with. Then that's where my LLC was built, even though I live in Florida. So if you decide that you live in New York, for example, and you want to invest in Kansas, just using an example, then you're not going to open up a New York LLC. Okay. So you want to then get your business entity. That's incredibly important, but after you have chosen your location. Then we go into number three, which is finding cash buyers. So you want to look and see what cash buyers are buying. This isn't necessarily cash buyers you will use ongoing, but you want to see, like, one, to confirm that the area is a good area. People are paying cash for some of the properties. What are they buying and things like that. So that's really, really important, right? Before you go and talk to sellers, that you know what people are buying in that area. And that's a really like big golden nugget for number three, is to do that first. So many people just start talking to sellers and then can't find a buyer and wonder why. And so you want to make sure that you are finding the cash buyers first, kind of seeing what they're paying for, what, and also it will help confirm a lot of things and also help you feel confident going forward and getting the homes. Then you do number four, which is finding seller leads. So you're going to start pulling lists from like public databases or list places that offer lists for you, driving for dollars, things like that. You're going to go out there and get the seller leads. Now, I will say this, the more targeted the list is and the more effort it takes to build, the better the success is. If you do like a very vague list, then you're just hurting yourself, okay? You're just hurting yourself by doing vague. So is every other investor out there. You want it, the more targeted you are, the better your results are. So you want to start going out there and finding seller leads. And we do a lot of weeks on seller leads and buyer leads. So I'm not going to dive deep into that today. I'm just doing the steps. So just kind of keep that in mind. So you do that. Then you go into number five, which is marketing to your sellers. So this is marketing, like calling, reaching out to them. How do you do that and all of that? So you want to start marketing and talking to your sellers, and then you'll go into number six. That's why I have my list here, because I will forget otherwise what number we're on. You'll enter negotiations and contract with the seller. So then you'll go into the negotiations. You guys will agree on a price, and then you will draw up a contract with that specific seller and take that to the title company. Do that before you market. I shared a bunch of stories at the retreat of people that did not listen to this step and how buyers actually went around them and they would lose thousands of dollars every time. So make sure you take that with your EMD, your earnest money deposit, to the title company, okay? Then number seven is you want to get pics and do your due diligence on the property. Now you as a wholesaler are selling as is, but still you want pictures of it, videos of it, things like that. That's really incredibly crucial to get that. It also helps buyers and not waste your time by being able to see pictures of the property and videos and see if it's something they're even interested in. And then doing due diligence, just running your negotiate, like making sure everything is smooth and the seller said what they said they were going to say as you're marketing the property. Then you go into number eight, which is then you start marketing to cash buyers. So you'll go out there, look for cash buyers. We did a week on this recently, so I'm not going to dive into this. You can go back and look though. And you want to go and find cash buyers. It's important that they're cash or using like hard money financing or private money lending. You want to make sure they're that, so that you are seen as a person of interest in this property and you get paid. So I look for cash buyers of those sorts. And then number nine is you'll go under contract with your buyer. So then you guys will agree on a slightly higher price than the one that you got it under with the seller. So let's say, for example, you have it under with the seller for 100 and you flip it for 120 to your end buyer. Then your end buyer, you will go under contract for 120,000. And then the most exciting part is number 10, which is going to closing and cashing that check. So that is my favorite part of the deal is going to closing and cashing that check or getting a wire to you. I shared a video about this as well that talks about that. So you might want to look into that and like what I did with my first check versus a wire and things like that. So these are the 10 steps. So it's location, business entity, cash buyers in the area to confirm, seller leads, marketing and calling sellers, entering negotiations and contracts with the seller, pictures and due diligence of the property, market to cash buyers, go under contract with that buyer, and then go to closing and cash that check. That is the 10 steps. Now, deals are different depending on what's going on, right? So deals can be like how deals are ran are very different. And that is what complicates things. It's not necessarily the steps. Believe it or not, these are the steps. There's nothing I'm hiding here or anything like that. These are the steps. It's us that overcomplicates things by thinking there should be more. And I'll never forget the first time I went to pick up my check, I thought they were going to laugh at me. I said, there's no way that the process was this easy, and it was. And so these are the steps. Now, if you're wanting like more in-depth training on this, we are hosting a wholesaling workshop next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on the 25th. And so my team is going to go ahead and post that here in the link, or if you're watching YouTube after this, I had to go live on Facebook due to tech issues. Then I'll make sure they put it in the description, team that's listening. So if you want to join us next week, I'm going to be diving much more deeper into this, the virtual systems, how I built my systems, how I delegated everything out to only work a few hours a week and close multiple deals a month. I'm currently in the process of multiple deals, let alone just in my neighborhood, which is kind of cool because I've always done virtual, but these won't be wholesaling. We're looking to flip them, so it will be my first flips. But Laura has done wholesaling since 1991 officially for wholesaling. I've been doing it for 8 years, and we will be sharing all of our tips and strategies on Wednesday. So if you're interested, that link is in the chat right now. I'm not seeing any questions, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and go into the raffle of the week. So how you get entered into the raffle of the week is that you will go into our Facebook group and comment like crazy. So I have people that will go in and comment like crazy, and we take the top 3 people, and every Thursday we run a raffle. So I still did the raffle even though I was away. I just pre-recorded everything to make sure it was ready last week. But this week we just did a really fun box. So we just did because Halloween is coming up, and I wanted to make sure it got to you before that. It comes with chapstick, salt soak, soy candle, Halloween themed matchboxes, this really adorable cup, a personalized card, and then Halloween stickers and things like that. So that is a lot of fun. And so we took the people that commented the most. There was 3 of you. And then we just spun the wheel, and this is the winner. Now, in order to claim this raffle, you have 1 week. So by the time I go live next Thursday, you are no longer eligible for the raffle. So you want to claim, and you have to be watching this live. It's just a free gift from us. And all we ask is that you interact and watch the live. So that winner is, let me see here. My team sent it to me. Natalie Gotteron. I probably butchered your last name, but I know who you are, Natalie. You are the winner. Congratulations. Please email Amanda at questions@realestateinvestingwomen.com. So I'm not getting a lot of feedback today, maybe because it's the first live in a couple of weeks, but I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Any questions, any comments, things like that? Or are you just saying I'll ask during the workshop? So I'm trying to give it a few minutes. Facebook has a little bit of a delay. But if you have questions or anything, you could go ahead and type them into the Facebook chat and I'll answer them. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and get off here so I can continue my day. This will be probably the shortest live I've ever done. But that is the steps to wholesaling. I really genuinely enjoy wholesaling. It's not necessarily the easiest strategy, but it is less. Geez, I'm stumbling. So it's not always the easiest strategy, but is the less riskier of the 3 head strategies. You can make a lot of money pretty quickly in it. The average deal is $10,000. So if you do 1 deal a month, then you're making $10,000. You can see why people like this a lot, because you learn a lot about the business so that when you're ready to go into fix and flip and buy and hold, you can. The other thing I tell my students that focus on the other strategies is you still want to know how a wholesaler gets properties under contract. Because unless you want to pay a fix and flipper their fee or a landlord their fee, or MLS, right? So if you want to pay a wholesaler their fee, and then I cannot talk today. I'm getting kind of frustrated here. Unless you want to pay a wholesaler's fee or the MLS fee, to an agent and things like that, then you want to know how to find the deals like the wholesalers do. Okay? So I hope this was super helpful. Congratulations again, Natalie. Looking forward to seeing some of you guys on the 25th. Otherwise, I'll see you throughout the week in the group, and then I will talk to you guys next Thursday on our live then. So have a wonderful, wonderful day and talk soon. Bye, everybody.